Hey, what's up, guys? I have made YouTube videos in the past about Donald Trump. How Donald Trump is actually one of the 10 kings that Revelation speaks about. Okay, the 10 kings that will go against Jesus. Okay, if you trace Donald Trump family blood lineage, you can trace his blood lineage, his ancestry blood lineage, all the way back to the Roman Empire. Okay, the Roman Empire. He is some kin of Caesar. That's what his blood lineage goes back to. The Roman Empire, guys. And also, Donald Trump has actually got a hotel, named it Taj Mahal. And when you trace Taj Mahal, and when you trace that name, where did he get the name from? It will go back to this emperor, this Muslim emperor, who actually wiped out all the Christians, every religion that opposed their religion, opposed the radical Muslim. Okay, he was a radical Muslim, so they even killed Muslims. If Muslims was about peace, he killed the peaceful Muslims. So John Mahal was actually a radical Muslim, like ISIS. Okay, so he killed the peaceful Muslims, and so that's where Donald Trump get that name from, Taj Mahal, his casino, because son John named that after his deceased wife. It was actually a tomb for his deceased wife. And so we have all this linking him to a radical Muslim family, to the royal family as well. We have all this linking them up to the royal family. We have all this linking him up to the Roman Empire, his blood lineage. And then we have that. I mean, we have so many things that depicts that links Donald Trump as a bad guy, while so many people try to depict him as a good guy. Okay, super villain that was actually written 40 years, 50, 60, 70 years ago. Okay, Donald Trump is actually playing this Lex Luther character life. It's a prophecy that was written, and Lex Luther and Donald Trump have so much similarities that character is Donald Trump. Donald Trump is that character in the flesh. So, guys, my findings would be that it is true that he comes from that family, that he comes from the family of emperors, which opposes Christian, which oppose Christian living. And also that he's this super villain, and this super villain tried to take out the American peoples. Lex Luther was set out to take out the American citizens, guys. Okay, and Superman will have to stop him from wiping out the peoples. And it's really like this right here, guys. Okay, Sean John Han also took out all the Christians. Okay, Caesar wanted to take out all the Christians. Caesar oppressed God's people, the Israelites. All this linking up to Trump. Fake news. Okay, finna read this to you guys. Okay, Donald Trump and Lex Luther. How Donald Trump and Lex Luther is so similar. How Donald Trump, the man, the person, actually plays out Lex Luthor character. Okay, Donald Trump and Lex Luthor. Okay, Donald Trump and Lex Luthor, disliking the heavy criticism of himself and his company that the Planet became noted for, purchased the Daily Planet, closed the paper down, and fired every employee except four. Okay, guys. So Lex Luthor and the comic book, disliking what the journalist inside the newspaper wrote about him. The Daily Planet wrote about him, about his business failures, about his life, and so he pretty much set off to destroy the Daily Planet. Okay, so the same thing Trump did. Trump set off with his agenda, with his fake news. He got his own agenda with his fake news, and he set out to turn everybody away from the news media because he hates what the journalist is writing about him. Okay, this is what Trump wrote on Twitter. It is not freedom of the press when newspapers and others are allowed to say and write whatever they want, even if it is completely false. Don't believe the mainstream fake news media. The White House is running very well. I inherited a mess and I am in the process of fixing it. The Wall Street journalist loves to write badly about me. They better be careful of what they say or what they say. I will unleash something. I will unleash what to say. I will unleash big time on them. Look forward to it. So this is the fight that Lex Luthor, the comic, had with Daily Planet, the newspaper Daily Planet. And so Donald Trump just lived this out. He's having the same beef. Their life is something similar. And if you watch the movie Superman versus Batman, okay, it actually ends up with Superman going to jail because are under investigation with the CIA. Lex Luthor is under investigation of the CIA. Ties with the Russians, and Trump is also under investigation, ties with the Russian. The scandal that he had with trying to win with the Russians, and linking information to the Russians and stuff like that. So this actually was written inside the movie before all this took place with Trump in his life, and it's also written in the comic. So Superman versus Batman has Lex Luthor going to jail. So we want to see, is that going to come to pass, guys? It's Trump. It's so much stuff that they have on Trump. So much stuff that I digged up on Trump. So we want to see if this is going to come true, that Lex Luthor is going to wind up doing time because the CIA is investigating all his crimes, all the crimes that he committed, all the crimes with the Russians, with leaking information to the Russians, with winning the election falsely, all the things that he have business ties with that's corrupt, all kinds of things. Okay, guys. All this is inside this movie. All this was written um, in the comic books. So I just really want to share that with you guys. I love you guys.